Good evening, welcome back to Theme Park Thrills here from the Theme Park Thrills studio, where we're back here after our Alton Towers trip the other day. Not the best trip.
It wasn't good at all.
It wasn't a very good opening day at all. I think a lot of other people agree with us on that one. I've seen a lot of stuff online after that day saying that it was the worst opening day the UK has ever seen for a theme park. I mean, we don't have really anything to go off there. We haven't really been to any others, but I can see why.
Probably the worst day at theme park ever.
Yeah, but I can see why people would think that. Excuse the cat. Say hi. She's a bit agitated, I think. She didn't like the opening day either. That's why. So yeah. Anyway, today we're going to be. Today we're going to be answering a big question here. That's been a big question for a long time here in the UK, and that is Alton Towers or Thorpe Park better? Now, kind of a few years ago, I think a lot of people would say quite clearly Alton Towers, but now, you know, in 2025, I think it's a lot more of a closer decision and debate. So yeah, we're going to be sharing our opinions today, as well as you guys as well at the end of the video. So how this is going to work, so I've got a few kind of categories here. I've got 10, so I've got food, ride availability, rides, theming, location, staff, kind of the night atmosphere and lighting, events, opening hours, and flat rides as well. So each one we're going to say which part we kind of prefer for that category, and then for whoever's got the most points at the end will be the winner. And depending on what it comes out as, we'll actually share what we think, and then also what you guys think as well. So yeah, we'll start with the list here, and we're going to go for food first. Quite an easy one, I think, for us there. Yeah, definitely Thorpe Park. Obviously they've got a kind of one KFC and a couple of Burger Kings, so that's basically all that sets them apart. Because other than those, it's pretty similar, but yeah, they definitely set them apart, don't they?
Yeah, I like KFC.
Yeah,
it's definitely.
It also has some nice donut stands as well.
It smelled once.
Remember that? Yeah.
The one by Stout smelled awful. Really, really bad.
Yeah, but the donuts taste nice.
They were fine.
They're very, very nice.
And we ate them in that little place.
They have been replaced actually this year. I think it was donut time, and now it's Planet Donut. Remember? Yeah. Saw that in Jack Silverstone's kind of like winter update, not too long ago. But yeah, for food, definitely Thorpe Park. Pretty easy. Yeah, pretty easy one there. The food at Alton Towers isn't the best now.
No, it's not. But yeah,
it's not great, and well, probably really worse now because they changed kind of the cost stuff in Forbidden Valley, haven't they?
No sweet treats.
No, there's hardly any like they used to have like cookies and donuts, and I don't think they really have that now. Obviously they've still got like some sandwiches, but I feel like there's less. I don't mind ordering on the screens so much. I think there's less choice than there was.
So like less sandwiches.
Yeah.
When you go on Snaps, there's like 3 crisps.
Yeah, there's hardly any place to get like a little sweet treat, is there? Now?
Yeah. Apart from like the stores you see where it's like getting like Cadbury or like dairy milk kind of like buttons. You got like the Whisper like packets and things like that. That's like the only sort of.
We managed to get some waffle thing. Some waffle thing from. Where was it? It was like a stand, wasn't it, on Saturday?
Some
waffle with Oreo.
Oh yeah.
That was nice.
By the entrance.
Yeah, it was by the entrance. But yeah, definitely Thorpe Park for the food. Yeah, they got some good food at Thorpe Park. Right, moving on to ride availability now.
Deary me.
Well, it is. To be honest, it's not the best at both parks actually. Because if you think about Thorpe Park last year, obviously Hyperia had a lot of kind of issues, especially at the start.
Well, that is new though.
It is
like,
new.
Compare that to like all that rides on.
But Nemesis Reborn did a lot better.
Yeah.
And that is still a new ride, isn't it? It's a new track and everything. But yeah, I suppose you could say that for Hyperia, and it is a very extreme ride. that we haven't really had to operate here in the UK before, I suppose. But also there are some breakdowns here and there at Thorpe Park, but definitely not as much as Alton Towers. I mean, Saturday was a very good example of that. I mean, Rita was shut most of the day, Galactica was shut most of the day, Wickerman had to evacuate the queue. Other than that, it was okay. Oblivion was down every now and then. Nemesis didn't get off to a good start early in the day, and 13 a little bit here and there. The Smiler did very well actually throughout the day.
Very good.
Yeah, but everything else, and then obviously took the incident with Toxicator as well. So yeah, Thorpe Park definitely takes that one. Hopefully Alton Towers improves massively from what it was Saturday, because that just wasn't really acceptable, to be honest, for the price that people pay for the tickets to get there and food, things like that.
Well, and we got the platinum fast tracks as well, so we spent a lot of money on that, and we got on.
We didn't get on
rides.
We didn't get on as much as I thought we would. If we hadn't had those,
Was it 8 rides?
it was about under 10, just under 10, and that's with fast tracks. If we didn't have them, we would have got on a couple of things. We would have left early, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really bad availability on Saturday and all of last season as well. Based off whatever. Well, to be honest, last season when we went, I think we must have got quite lucky because it was okay.
Yeah.
But other days I know were worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to actually write these down. So 2-0 to Thorpe Park. So that's 2-0. Now, I think they might be taking another one here, Thorpe Park, and it is on to actual kind of roller coasters in the park, and I would say Thorpe Park.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, another one, definitely, for Thorpe Park. The rides, we've got some great selections there. I'd say the 2 weaker ones, maybe 3. Colossus is definitely in there. Nemesis, Inferno.
I'd swap Colossus for Smiler.
Inferno for Reborn.
Inferno for Reborn.
And Saw for. Would you swap for Saw for like 13? I don't think
I know it wouldn't fit, but.
Right, yeah, but not.
But
I probably wouldn't. I like Saw. So yeah, those. Well, Nemesis, Inferno. Some people like. We just don't really. That's just kind of personal opinion. Colossus, I think most people are not a big fan of, and Saw is a bit hit and miss. Depends, what it's like when you get on it, I suppose. But yeah, no, Thorpe Park. Obviously, it then has some great rides. Swarm's fantastic. Wing Coaster. Stealth is brilliant as well. Compare that to Rito, it's miles clear. Then obviously Hyperia is for a lot of people the best coaster in the country.
Yeah.
But Alton Towers does also have some good rides as well.
It does, yeah. But I think Thorpe Park is more consistent with the world class.
Yeah, it's definitely more thrilling rides.
Yeah.
Alton Towers do have a good mix. I mean, if you're not like majorly into coasters or trying to build up to the more thrilling ones, then you definitely can build up a bit more.
It's
Alton
definitely
Towers.
a good park to start at.
Yeah.
Because it's obviously quite difficult for them as well. With the tree line and stuff like that. But
yeah. If you're scared of rides and trying to build up to those big thrilling rides, go to Alton Towers and start on the smaller ones like 13. And you can work your way up to the Smiler and Nemesis. But for us, Thorpe Park takes another one. That's a third one there, and none for Alton Towers. Right, moving on to quite a difficult one here actually, and that is the theming of each kind of attraction and also the park in general. Now, starting with the park in general, like the whole park. You're right.
Sorry, I had an itchy eye.
I would say Thorpe Park is better kind of like in the pathways in between the areas. Like you've got Big Easy Boulevard and like Amity Beach, that's really nice, especially in the summer. But we're just kind of focusing.
Got also the gardens and all the towers.
The gardens, obviously they're not themed, and that's fine, but gardens are very nice. That doesn't really come into theming, that's the next one after that. So yeah, we'll stick to the rides though. We're going to go through each of them. Kind of Hyperia, we'll start with, isn't stylized as people say. It's not. It's just very loosely kind of themed.
Well, a little weird themed, I think.
Yeah, I think they could definitely done a bit better on the ride with the landscaping, but other than that, it's okay. Saw, very good, very nice. The indoor bit's very good.
Great.
Station's nice, queue line's good. On ride is just kind of landscaping, but that's okay, really.
Yeah. Colossus is.
It's okay.
I wouldn't say themed, but
it's okay.
to do with like
Could be a bit
going under
better.
the station, things like that.
I like how you go kind of under like these
Very terrain based again,
yeah.
isn't it?
Right, yeah.
Which
You
I
kind of
quite
go
like.
under the pathways and in around the other pathways as well, which is quite cool. Inferno's okay, obviously volcano, you got that big volcano, which is quite good from the front.
Inferno's theming on.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's
quite
pretty good. Inferno,
Like tropical
very tropical. Yeah,
plants and everything.
I think it's pretty good. Stealth it's okay. It's not amazing.
Yeah,
It's not heavily themed. It's got quite a nice vibe with it with WWTP radio. I do like that. It's not heavily themed. But the other one, the Swarm, is heavily themed. That's very good.
Yeah.
Definitely the best at Thorpe Park. But moving on to Alton Towers ones.
Rita 13.
Rita 13's
Well,
decent.
13's okay, yeah.
Rita literally isn't themed, I don't think.
Yeah.
Wicker Man, very good for Wicker Man.
Yeah.
Coulon's great. Got
Nemesis,
pre-show.
yeah,
Nemesis is
unreal.
fantastic. Definitely the best at the park at Alton Towers.
Galactica.
That's 'cause
it's got the portal. The
It's
station's
not great.
quite cool.
It is. It doesn't really fit with Forbidden Valley though. It's got
No.
nothing to do with the phalanx or anything like that. Whereas everything else does. Oblivion, not great.
Not a
the
lot they
best.
can do really, but
And then the Smiler's okay
Mm.
as well. That's a
I
difficult
really
one.
might go for a draw to be honest, a point each.
Yeah. So sorry about that. For some reason, it just stopped recording. I don't know why. But yeah, we're going to go for a draw for that one. It's very even. So yeah, we're just going to go for a draw. One more ride at either park that's well themed. We'll probably tip it one way, but yeah, a draw. So that's 4 points for Thorpe Park and 1 for Alton Towers at the minute. Now, next one is the location of the park. Now, I think for us, it's quite an easy one. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Alton Towers.
Yeah, Alton Towers for us. I really like the location of it. Obviously, kind of in the middle of nowhere. Obviously, got the gardens, which are a big part of that as well. They're lovely to walk through, really, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, it take a while, so
Yeah.
we normally like walk through them like once to get somewhere, and then that's it.
Yeah,
'cause it's
so
just a lot longer. But
I wouldn't, to be honest, I would like to, every time I go to Alton Towers, would want to walk through the gardens at some point. Not every time, that's why it's good to have Sky Ride, hopefully open in April. But I would do it at least once a visit, to be honest, because I do enjoy it, especially on a summer's day. Thorpe Park is also nice with all the water about. It's also easier to get to if you look at it that way. Especially if you don't have a car, it definitely is easier to get to by train or bus.
as we found.
That's what we did when we couldn't drive, so obviously we went to Thorpe Park more than Alton Towers. But yeah, from just a location of like how it looks and where it is, Alton Towers for us.
Yeah.
That's another point for second point for Alton Towers there.
4-2.
You can do the next one.
Staff. Oh, jeez.
Staff.
Staff. For me is obvious going to be Alton Towers.
Alton Towers to me, I think
They're just the Thorpe Park staff. They're just like
sometimes they're a bit
maybe a little bit
rude.
off sometimes. Like
Yeah.
you got the few like the man, the myth, the legend on Hyperia.
Yeah, to be honest, all of the Hyperia operators are great. We
Yeah.
sort of know a couple of them a little bit. The other ones that we don't know are still nice. We've got no problems with any of them. It's just a few kind of around the
Like,
park.
A few like in Saw.
So
There's like a few Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, yeah, that's the one. And just kind of like just around the park, not necessarily always rides.
Like a few bad experiences with the staff. Just
It's
being a
not
bit rude.
awful,
But it's like
It's not the
thing,
park's
you
fault.
walk around Alton Towers, you see a staff member, and they'll be like, oh, they'll just say hello. And
yeah,
they'll be
we
like,
did get that actually on Saturday, didn't we?
Yeah.
When we were walking in,
They'll just
it's
like
really nice,
they'll
isn't
ask you how your day is.
Yeah.
I assume to some people they would do that, but
yeah.
at
So
Thorpe Park they just like stay quiet and just not speak to you.
yeah, some have been a little bit. We might have just been unlucky with that last season. And maybe everyone else has had fine experiences. But yeah, that's just kind of what we've experienced. We haven't really had anything bad with the start of Alton Towers as of yet. But so yeah, we're going to give that one to Alton Towers, and that's 4-3 to Thorpe Park, so they're getting closer now.
And here we go.
It's going to be 4-4 now with the kind of lighting and whole kind of atmosphere around night.
Yeah, that's definitely Alton Towers. It's lit up very nice at night, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously it was Alton After Dark.
Alton Dark.
Alton After Dark on Saturday, which means we got about an hour and a half of the park at night, and it was really good actually. I think it was better than at Scarefest.
Yeah.
I think they've added a lot of lighting over winter, like just putting them in the trees and things like that. Very simple.
Saw a little baby tree and it had a whole
Yeah.
light on it.
Very simple. Just put literally just a spotlight underneath a tree, and it just looks really nice.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that, which wasn't there kind of prior to Saturday. The towers always look great at night as well, especially at Scarefest with the mist, and then pretty much all the rides look good. Dark Forest even looks quite good at night actually. Looks alright.
Yeah.
Spinball Wizard had new lighting that looked good as well, and then Nemesis is great as well. Top Skater, that was very good at night from what we saw.
Yeah.
So yeah, Thorpe Park is also good at night. I don't really have any criticisms about Thorpe Park at night.
Yeah, but it's just Alton Towers.
Alton Towers is better, I think. So yeah, that's 4-4 there for Alton Towers. And moving on to the next one. Right, moving on to the next one now, which is again another tricky one. Now I've put down events here, but we haven't been to loads of other events at either park. We went to Oktoberfest last year at Thorpe Park, which was a bit weird. Remember that with all the Christmas trees? So I don't know what that was about.
Weird.
So yeah, we're gonna base it off Fright Nights and Scarefest. It's a tricky one. We did do both last year. We did both a couple of times actually, didn't we?
Yeah,
We
I'll
did.
go for Fright Nights for me.
Yeah, we did Scarefest twice, and then we did Fright Night's a normal night once, and we did Silverstone Unlocked, which is basically Fright Nights because all the mazes were open.
Yeah.
We did Stitch. We did most of the mazes at Thorpe Park. We did Compound at Alton Towers, which was a good maze, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Not quite as good as some at Thorpe Park. No, I probably would say Thorpe Park. I like the crows as well. Like that's better than
it's better than
what's it called? Oh, what's it called? By Wicker Man. Oh, Burial Grounds.
yeah.
Yeah. So I think Thorpe Park is better than that. I think it's got a bit more of a, I don't know. They feel like quite different. Like both scary, but Alton Towers feels like more spooky and just like, whereas Thorpe Park feels more like a kind of something you see on TV, scary kind of thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, they're both great, but I'm going to give this one. Well, we're going to give this one to Thorpe Park for their Fright Nights, and we're looking forward to both of them in October. Now, moving on to the back page now. That is opening hours and kind of the days parks are open. Well, Alton Towers, I think there's only one thing that decides this really. Alton Towers is open from 10 till 4 on kind of an off-peak day. Thorpe Park is open 10 till 5.
So it's got to be.
Now, Thorpe Park is obviously smaller than Alton Towers, so really it should be the other way around, but it isn't, so I think it's going to go to Thorpe Park. So, not a great section that was, really.
Well, that means Thorpe Park's the winner. Alton Towers can't catch up now.
Yeah, Alton Towers can't.
And I
There's
don't
only
think
one
it's
left.
going to catch up anyway.
No, the next one is Flat Rides, and that's obviously Top Skater was great, and you know Alton Towers put more flat rides around the park like that, because I'd say Top Skater is better themed than any of the flat rides at Thorpe Park.
Yeah, 100%.
But it is only that one, really. You don't really have many other flat rides. Obviously, Colossus. Thorpe Park have got an area near Colossus called Lost City with 4 flat rides. You got Detonator, Dodgems, Samurai, Double, and I think that might be it. There might be a bit more actually. But yeah, another one to Thorpe Park. So Alton Towers got 4, Thorpe Park got 7. So 7 for Thorpe Park. And to be honest, that is what we think as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
We do prefer Thorpe Park. Now, it was quite close. I think we both preferred Alton Towers before Saturday.
I did.
That's what we said, and yeah, I would say that. But unfortunately, Saturday just
That's
wasn't.
how next Friday goes.
Yeah, we're going to obviously Thorpe Park's opening day. If that's like, you know, hopefully it won't be like Alton Towers opening day. If it is, then that might make it swing the other way again. But to be honest, I can't see it being that bad. It was pretty bad on Saturday. So yeah, Saturday did change our opinions. It was a bad day. Hopefully, you know, if we go back soon, we'll have a better day and maybe it will change back. Hopefully it does improve at Alton Towers. But yeah, for now, Thorpe Park is our preferred park here in the UK.
Hopefully Hyperion can keep her drains closed.
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully, to be honest, it's been having some issues during the past holiday and some of the other kind of buyout days. Hopefully, I mean, it isn't the main season, so you've still got time to get it sorted. Hopefully it'll be okay for the opening day, which we'll be going to in just over a week's time, about a week and 1 day till we actually go to the park. And yeah, we're staying in the shark cabins as well, so we'll do a video from that too. But yeah, we're going to move on to some of your guys' opinions now. Okay, so we've got a few. I put this on our Instagram story. We've got a few responses here. You can read out who's done it.
DNND_MDE prefers Thorpe Park because it's easier to get to.
Yeah, it's true. It is. We did touch on that. Yeah, it is easy to get to. If you can't drive in, yeah, it definitely is easy to get to, for sure.
We'll put screenshots of these in, by the way, so I'll just screenshot these as we go because I haven't done them yet. So
yeah, there you go.
There's that one.
You might recognise the profile picture.
So Tom says Thorpe Park because of Hyperion. Wonder who.
To be honest, if Hyperion wasn't at Thorpe Park, I probably would say Alton Towers actually.
Yeah. Don't know which Tom that could be. And then just getting this one up. It will already be on the screen for you, so you can read that out. Personally, Alton Towers, as I've made so many great memories, and the theming and atmosphere is perfect.
Yeah, the atmosphere, especially in an evening, is good. Yeah. But I think when you've got so many rides shut, I don't think people do go to theme parks for the price at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, that's it, isn't it?
But no, I can understand that. It can be good as well. Like,
yeah,
we have had very good days at Alton Towers too, though.
Yeah, and then Josh says Thorpe Park because the ride availability at Alton Towers are bad. You don't get much.
Yeah,
I don't know who that could be.
Can't argue with that.
No, that's
it's true. It's been poor for the last couple of years, unfortunately. Alton Towers.
I agree with that because it was me. And then the next one here, Towers, as I'm not a big fan of heights and it's home to best nemesis.
No,
again, what we said earlier. Again, if you're not a fan of
that's true.
such intense things, then
yeah, Alton Towers, you can definitely build your way up, and it has got the best nemesis.
And also a second fact thrown in there about the best nemesis. Yeah. And then this final one. Whoa, I'm messing up. Towers because it's more my cup of tea, because it's more horror things than Thorpe.
It's true. All the themes at Alton Towers, bar Galactica, are pretty spooky and dark, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what we noticed on Saturday, actually, isn't it? At some point, we have mentioned that. It was you. You said something about that. You said there's not really any light.
No, apart from obviously Galactica, and I wouldn't be surprised if that changes to be a bit more dark to fit with Forbidden Valley, to be honest.
Yeah. Thank you for loving our videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all we've got so far.
Yes. So yeah, thank you for typing in your response if you have done, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. But yeah, that does conclude kind of this video. We prefer Thorpe Park.
Yeah.
It seems most of you prefer Alton Towers there, which is fair enough. I can understand it. Alton Towers on a good day is certainly a fantastic park as well. But based off kind of recent experience, it's going to be Thorpe Park for us. That could change, like I say, next Friday if we have a bad day at Thorpe Park. Hopefully not, though. I don't think we will. But yeah, stay tuned for that vlog. That'll be coming on the channel very soon next week, and we're looking forward to getting back on Thorpe Park and getting back on the UK's tallest and fastest coaster, Hyperion. So yeah, stay tuned for that vlog, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Don't cut that out, please.